Hey, what's up, boys? We're gonna be pushing with this brand new Graveyard Freeze deck. It is so strong. I played with it a couple times. I practiced with it a little bit. It is, dude. Prince is OP, guys. You guys can see what I'm talking about. I win most of the games using the Prince, never even using the Graveyard. You guys are gonna see how strong today's deck is, and you guys are gonna enjoy it. I highly recommend, if you're a Graveyard player, to go check this out. Even if you don't play Graveyard, check out this deck, man. This is an easy to use, amazing deck. You guys will love it. Yeah. So without further ado, let's jump into today's video. So yeah, let's see. So yeah, this is the deck. It's got Ice Golem to kite. You got the Prince. You've got the Musketeer. You've got the Royal Delivery plus Log, which is an incredibly strong combo and very underrated. Royal Delivery is very strong still. It's like on a power creep right now, and people just don't know about it. So, in the first matchup, we're going against Jinbei. So, I guess let's see what he wants to do. Okay. Okay, nothing. I guess he doesn't want to do anything, so we're just gonna wait for him to make the first play. Maybe I'll drop like a Prince first, I don't... depending on what he wants to do. Okay, so okay, there he goes. He drops the Bomber, so we can go with a Hunter in the back and just see what he has. He might have Golem. Bomber can mean so many different things. This could be Lava Hound. I'm not exactly sure. We're gonna go for a Royal Delivery just to protect my Hunter, and it's a good card to cycle too. Just to cycle the Royal Delivery, like, why not? You know, because it's kind of like a dead card in your hand, and every time you get it, you want to try to cycle it. We can protect our Musketeer here with a Ice Golem, and we just started a Prince in the back, so let's see what he has to do with this. Like, that's a pretty big push right there. That's a 9 elixir push. Just like that, we're gonna just freeze, and look at that. His tower. We never used Graveyard, guys. We never even used Graveyard. Man, Prince is so strong. Prince is so strong, guys. So we'll just cycle Log on the right side, and we'll just fix our cycle. We'll go for a Hunter down low. It looks like this is gonna be Golem, guys. Yep, and there you have it. He's gonna go Golem in the back. Yeah, we can just start a Prince charge, and yeah, I mean, he has Elite Barbarian, so if he goes opposite lane with Elite Barbarians, we can either kite it with the Ice Golem, or we can go in for the Muskie. Okay, I tried to freeze right there before the Electro Dragon stunted my Prince, but I guess that's fine. We can just Royal Delivery over here to the side, just to like pull. I kind of figured he would play Elite Barbarians or something else, so yeah, it's going to pull them back. We're going to protect our Musketeer with a Prince. This Prince is just so strong, taking down those Elite Barbarians' health quite a bit. We can just go Ice Golem. It's getting kind of scary, but look at Royal Delivery, it's about to save us. Yeah. Royal Delivery, man. Yeah. With 17 seconds left, he's not going to be able to break through. He's going to just start spamming here because it's his only chance. We can just go for a Prince to kite both of those. We can go for an Ice Golem to kite that, even if he tornadoes it away. Yeah, which he does. Yeah, that's going to be GG's. I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, guys. Jumping to the next one. This is for 66, or no, 65, 60, or around that trophy range, so going against Raikou. Okay. So he's gonna go with his Goblin Cage first, so we're just gonna go for an Ice Golem, and I guess we'll just go Hunter, and hopefully he doesn't Fireball both. Okay, so he does. That's fine. Honestly, at least we know what his spell is now, so not a big deal. We're gonna go in for... okay. I already know what his deck is. This is Graveyard, guys. We're gonna win this because Prince versus Graveyard is very, very hard for him to defend, because Knight is not enough. he has to every time I play the Prince, he's gonna have to overcommit. We can go for a low Musketeer here because he doesn't have enough elixir to play his graveyard. Otherwise, he would have. And so yeah, Musketeer's gonna clean shop, and we can just chill. This is a pretty good matchup, if I don't say so myself. I think that you should beat almost all graveyard decks with this deck, because if you cycle your princes and you just keep cycling Prince, the Prince is just so strong, guys. Like, so strong. Like in the last matchup that we just won, we never even had to use our graveyard. Like, Prince is so strong. I cannot get over it. Like, it's. So we're gonna go for a graveyard here. We're gonna go for a freeze because he just uses bar barrel, so now he's gonna have to use like a tornado. Yep, there's the tornado. Yeah, because as soon as he uses bar barrel, that's his only spell. We can just go for a royal delivery on top, and that's gonna completely clean up all of that. Yeah, wow. Knight is dead, everything's dead. So he has no counter push. He's probably gonna go for opposite lane now, realizing that he can't go same lane as me because, yeah. And so we're gonna just hold out our muskie. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna go for a high musketeer because he has fireball, and we don't want him to fireball the muskie. So I think he missed the fireball twice. This is definitely GG's, guys. You can't miss fireballs like that. Baby Dragon's gonna die. We can actually just go for a naked graveyard now because we have a Prince coming in, and so yeah, look at that. He has to graveyard on defense. We can just Hunter on the left side. His graveyard's out of cycle, so he can't really do anything. We're gonna log, and then we're gonna just freeze. Trying to get our Prince to the tower. Even if it doesn't work, it's fine. It's fine, honestly. We're gonna go Ice Golem in front of our Hunter just to give it a little bit more value because he's gonna have to play something he doesn't want to play. We can go for a low Musketeer, and if he wants to go for a graveyard, we'll just go for the royal delivery plus log, which will be a really clean defense. We're gonna go in for another graveyard. So this time he has Cajun Cycle, which is his best counter, but we're gonna freeze the Goblin Brawler, and just like that, that's tower. GG's, well played. I will see you guys in the next one. Alright guys, we are in the next one. We're going against PVT Pancho, or Pancho, so we will try our best to beat him. Okay, so he got Skellies in the back. Skellies could mean a bunch of different things, so we're gonna just leak elixir and just hold out our Hunter. Okay, so Skellies plus that could be RG. Okay, plus Valkyrie. Okay, it's probably graveyard because you don't see Valkyrie in any other deck like this. We're gonna let go of the Mega Minion because we just don't need to do anything about it, and we can snipe this that E-Wiz. And yeah, did you see how we spaced out the E-Wiz, or spaced out the Musketeer from the Hunter so that he couldn't fireball both? And so yeah, it's forced to go for a Valkyrie on defense. We could probably freeze here, but I don't want to freeze yet just because it'd be an overcommitment. But okay, maybe I should have because the Prince would have charged on his tower, but I don't want to be down like too much elixir. So yeah, I'm glad we didn't do that. We can just go for a royal delivery plus Ice Golem in the front, and we're just gonna go for an early log. And yeah, that's a clean defense. His graveyard's not gonna do anything. He has graveyard fireball, so I'm okay with just spamming my spells inside of his graveyard because he has no way of punishing. He has no way of punishing that. You know, like not with graveyard fireball. It's just not gonna work. Like he has no way. Once his tank is dead, he has no way. So you're gonna notice every time I have Prince in cycle, we're gonna cycle Prince because Prince is very strong. He's gonna have to protect this Tesla with skeletons, so we're not gonna like do anything, and we're just gonna go for the freeze to kill the Electro Wizard. And yeah, we get a ridiculous amount of damage, and he's annoyed about it. Yep, I don't doubt it because we just got so much value from that Prince and from that graveyard freeze. And so okay, he goes for a high Mega Minion. We just go for the royal delivery, and we can just log. Yeah, so we'll wait like 1 second and we'll just log just to make sure we don't take any extra damage. You always want to keep your log in cycle when you're facing graveyard versus graveyard, and this, if you're playing this deck, save your log for graveyard, for their graveyard. Okay, so it looks like he's going to go in on the left lane, so we're just going to go for another graveyard. He's not going to protect his Tesla. We can go for a low Musketeer, we can go for a log here, and Prince charges on top of his tower. That's going to be GG's. I don't see how he's gonna like win this after he just let that charge. Yeah, he's annoyed. We can start a Prince in the back, and that's gonna completely destroy the Valkyrie. And he doesn't have enough elixir to play his graveyard, and I don't even think he has it in cycle. I think he just got it back in cycle after he played Mega Minion. We can go for a graveyard, and we can freeze that 0 elixir. We're gonna actually freeze the Electro Wizard so that my Prince gets there, and just like that, that's GG's. Prince gets another charge onto his tower. That's like 1500 damage, like 1000 to 1500. So yeah, GG's. Well played to TVT Pancho. That put us up to 7,000. All right, guys. So I went up and down ladder a little bit, and I had to cut this video. We faced the guy I just faced, Pancho. We faced him again on ladder, and unfortunately I wasn't recording the second time we faced him, but we made him switch decks. And so when I beat him the first time with Graveyard Freeze, we made him switch to Lava Hound. So I really want to show that matchup because I think it's funny, because he BM'd me, and you can see that he notices exactly who I am. As soon as we played against each other, you'll notice, like, I knew I was facing the same guy, and he knew that he was facing me again. And so he knew my deck, but I didn't know his deck, because he switched, right? He was using Graveyard with the Valkyrie and the Ewiz, but he ended up switching his deck. So you can see right at the beginning, he starts BMing me again, giving me the same emotes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy again, right? So he starts yawning on me, which I think is pretty funny. And we're just gonna go for a high Musketeer. As soon as I see the Elite Barbarians, I realize that he switched decks, which is, I mean, it's fine by me. And I'm kind of like curious, because I don't know what Elite Barbarians plus Baby Dragon could possibly be other than Golem at this point. And then I saw the miner, so I'm like really confused here. I'm like, what is this man playing now? Like, we must have really got into his head for him to switch to this Lava Hound deck. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. So he goes Lava in the back now, and we can just go for a Hunter. And yeah, Hunter's gonna be annoying for him because he has to Fireball plus Zap it. We can go for a Graveyard in the opposite lane, and if he goes for anything, we're gonna just freeze it. So fine by me. And so yeah, we get a freeze. He just wastes his Zap, so now we can drop a low Musketeer, because now he can't Fireball plus Zap, which is his only way of taking out the Musketeer other than going for the Snipe with the Miner. Inferno Dragon dies, and his Lava Hound is going to be cleaned up by both my towers. So it may look kind of grim, but we hard counter Lava Hound with this deck. Believe it or not, this deck hard counters Lava Hound. So we're basically going to just recycle and do the exact same thing. Every time we get Prince in cycle, we're going to cycle Prince in the back, just like so. And now we can go for an Ice Golem in front, and we're going to go for a Graveyard because we need to take that tower as soon as possible. And he actually just gives me the tower, which is pretty weird. And then he goes for a Skeleton Army after, so we can just log that because it makes no sense. And now that he did that, we can go for a low Musketeer. He has to Fireball Zap it. We're not going to play our Hunter until after he uses his Fireball Zap. Bam. Fireball Zap's out of cycle. We can go for the Hunter. We can just go for the Prince. We actually catch the Miner with the Prince, which is really good. The Hunter still dies, but we have a full health Prince now, so I know that he has Skeleton Army. And so, yeah. For some reason, he cycles Baby Dragon and Inferno Dragon, and then he cycles his Skeleton Army. Pretty funny. We're just going to log that because I know he's going to go Lava Hound in the pocket. So we just go for a Prince to protect my Musketeer. And notice how we're spacing out our Hunter so he can't snipe both of them. We can just go for a Royal Delivery to try and keep my Musketeer alive, which we do successfully. And now we can go for an Ice Golem in front of the Hunter just to give it some more value, so he's going to have to overcommit on offense. And we're going to go for the Graveyard on the King Tower, and we're going to go for a Prince in the middle. What we're actually doing is we're just trying to get the Prince on the right side. And so we're going to freeze the Skeleton Army, just trying to get that tower on the right side. And Musketeer walks up, shoots his tower 1, 2, bam. GG's, well played. Prince is so good, guys. Like, Prince. We tilted again, but I want to bring you guys more gameplay because this deck is so fun. So we're going to be playing again with this deck. So We're going to be pushing back up to like top 7,000, hopefully. We're going to try to get to 6,600 at least in this video. So we're just going to ignore one of those wall breakers, and we're just going to go for a prince on one side and see what he wants to do. Okay, so he goes dark prince in the back. Okay, wow. He just let a prince connect to his tower. So yeah, he's going to give me the oops. That's definitely a big oopsies, guy. You definitely should not have let that connect. We can just go for a hunter, because I'm pretty sure he's... we have a good matchup here if I play really well. This is a pretty difficult matchup, actually, but we're going to ignore those wall breakers, and I'm probably going to go in for a graveyard freeze, but I'm waiting for his bats. We catch the bats. Okay, yeah, it's almost tower down. So now we can cycle a log onto that tower, and we're going to play defense for the rest of the game. He messed up big. We can go for the royal delivery on top of those wall breakers. And yeah, he's going to give me the angry face because he's upset about it. So we're just going to give him the angry face right back because it's pretty funny. So yeah, we're just going to laugh because he laughed. I'm not sure. My buddy Chase is messaging me. We can just go for a prince in the back. And yeah, let's see. Okay, we're gonna go for a high musketeer. And yeah, okay, so he decides to protect his dark prince for some reason. I'm not exactly too sure why. We can just log that back just to keep our musketeer alive. He decides to protect his musketeer for some reason. So we're just gonna go for the royal delivery on defense. Yeah, he predicted that I was gonna go in for the hunter, but yeah, we're not gonna go for something he can predict. So yeah, I went for royal delivery. We're gonna go for hunter now because he's gonna play his yep, and just like that we predict him. We predicted that he was gonna play his wall breakers, so we can just go for an ice golem and then prince. Every time we get prince and cycle, guys, we're gonna be playing prince. So we go high musketeer. We're just recycling. We're just playing defense. Like we don't have to do anything now. We've already like basically won the game. He fireballs something other than my tower. So yeah, we can just go for the ice golem kite. Or the ice golem protection on my hunter. He can't fireball it. We can just go for the prince down low. And okay, we can go for the muskie now because he decided to play the prince. And we're gonna go for the log so that my prince charges without hitting the shield. He goes for the pretty good protection right there, but we can just go for the freeze on defense here. And okay, we're gonna just cycle a royal delivery, and we're just gonna log his tower. He's gonna have to fireball. It's gonna be close. Okay, yeah, no, we win. Yeah, pretty easy game. Pretty easy game. Maybe we could have defended the first wall breakers and it would not have been that close, but it doesn't really matter. I'm pretty sure we would have won in a 2-tower game. So yeah, that put us up to 7,700, so we're gonna keep going. And okay, so looks like we're going against Benjamin. Good luck, Benjamin. Okay, so he goes bar barrel, so we can just go hunter. I don't want that bar barrel to connect my tower, and it helps us cycle, so bar barrel, bowler, balloon. It's gotta be balloon freeze. I don't know any other deck that has bar barrel and also the bowler. Yeah. So you see the Electro Dragon. It's definitely gonna be balloon freeze, which I think we have a good matchup if I play really well. We're just gonna go for a prince protection onto my musketeer so that he can't go for a balloon. And okay, horrible ice golem. I actually just made it so that it changed to my musketeer. That's fine. We can go for the hunter, and I might freeze. Yeah, I'm gonna freeze here because I kind of thought he might freeze, and so I got a little bit scared because he knew that all I had was hunter. So okay, kind of unfortunate that he didn't freeze, but that's fine. We're gonna cycle a log, and then as soon as I hit the 10, we're just gonna cycle a log onto that boar, and I think we'll go Prince same lane so it gets a charge. He's gonna be forced to play an Electro Dragon. Okay, so we're gonna go for a low musketeer. We can go for a ice golem to like tank for all that, and then we can just, unless he freezes, he's not gonna get a hit. So he decided not to freeze. Probably a good decision right there, because then we would have went for a graveyard freeze. And so he has an Electro Dragon in cycle, so we're just gonna cycle another log onto his tower. And if he plays that Electro Dragon, we're gonna go Prince opposite lane. Okay, so we predict that he's gonna go for the Electro Dragon next. So we're gonna go Prince opposite lane because he has to drop a bowler. We're gonna go for a graveyard now because he had to overcommit. He had to spend 9 elixir onto my Prince, guys. 9 elixir onto my Prince, and he even went for a freeze on defense, guys. No, that's just not good for him. We can go for the Royal Delivery. I don't have to really worry too much about the Inferno Dragon, about him freezing, because he just spent his freeze. So that's a super good encounter. I don't think he has freeze back in cycle yet, so he can't even freeze this hunter, so that's not going to get any hits. So that was a bad balloon by him, because he didn't have his freeze in cycle. We can go for the Ice Golem, tanking for my hunter, and he goes for the freeze on offense. Okay, guy. So I think we're going to freeze right before the boar hits, and so yeah, Musketeer's locked on the boar. It's gonna kill the boar, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. It killed the boar and got 2 shots. We're just gonna start a dark prince, or start a prince. I guess we go Musky down low, and then see what he wants to do. Okay, we can go for an Ice Golem high, and then go for a Royal Delivery. Please don't chain. Okay, it kind of got my Musketeer, but because we just cycled our Hunter and our Musketeer, we're going to go for a Graveyard Freeze now, no matter what. Okay, so because he played his Inferno like that, we can just go for the Freeze onto his tower. And yeah, he had to cycle a Tornado, so he's pretty upset about that, I'm sure. So we can go for the low Musketeer, we can go for the Royal Delivery, we can go for the Ice Golem just to make sure that it pulls the Lumberjack up. And yeah, we're going to take 1 shot here, but that's okay. We're gonna go for a Prince to tank for the Musketeer. Okay, Musketeer still dies somehow. I think we can go for another high Musketeer just to snipe that Electro Dragon, and he's gonna have to use like an Inferno Drag to kill it. So yeah, there's the Inferno Dragon. We can go for a Graveyard plus Ice Golem, and yeah, we're gonna go for the freeze here. He pulls the Ice Golem into his tower, and that's GG's. Log will take his tower. Guys, Prince. Oh, we're gonna give him the claps, because I think that could be his matchup, because he has the Electro Dragon. All he has to do is save Electro Dragon, and then Tornado plus freeze my Musketeer when I go to snipe it. So, yeah, GG's. Well played. Let's go. Peace out, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace!